Get ready to be amazed with undeniable proof of an interdimensional environment that surrounds the planet and spans the entire cosmos. I have named this realm the Firmament. Yes, the Firmament. It was invisible, and now it is coming into view. Not only will you observe what happened, but you can catch a glimpse of UFO entities' presence. The most fascinating part was watching the human become immersed in this world of mysterious machines of every shape and size, all while uncovering the truth about who we are. We are not what we appear to be. A video surfaced online showing a plume of smoke rising over a plane near Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho, where two Navy jets collided during an air show on Sunday, May 17, 2026. All 4 crew members ejected safely after the collision and crashed during the air show at Mountain Home Air Force Base in western Idaho. The incident is under investigation. Aviation safety expert Jeff Gazzetti said, "It appears to be a pilot issue to him, and that it doesn't look like a mechanical malfunction," he added. Now, watch what really happened when 2 Navy jets collided midair during a U.S. air show in Idaho, as well as uncovering or exposing what we are. This realm that is emerging into view across the planet provides X-ray vision capabilities. The kind of X-ray capabilities that hardly anyone knows about, as you'll soon discover. I've come to the conclusion that the sky collapsed. Yes, the sky collapsed. Let's explore what really happened that led to the collision. Follow the captions. Let's discuss the human being first. We are remarkable in our design, expertly crafted and capable of self-replication. Realize this, we are not as we appear to be. In this emerging realm, X-ray vision is possible, allowing you to see inside of everything. All man-made materials such as clothes and structures like the walls inside of buildings eventually fade, break down, and vanish, leaving an outline. Within the outline reveals what has always been hidden from our sight. This is our origin, and we are an engineered species completely unaware of this reality.
What are your thoughts on that?
Take a moment to appreciate the awareness. This environment is what makes our very existence possible, and we were told food and water sustained our existence. That may be so, but disconnected from this realm probably mean that you're gone. You don't exist anymore. In this realm, knowledge is transferred from this structure I call the firmament. Materials are transferred and fluids are extracted. The machinery that you are observing within our physical outline is enhanced or replaced, as well as other unidentified processes taking place. With that newfound awareness, observe what happened in the firmament when the jets collided. Eyewitness Shane Ogden said he was filming the 2 jets as they flew close together. His video showed the 2 aircraft seemingly making contact before spinning together as the crew members ejected and their parachutes deployed. The planes collide and plummet together, erupting into a massive fireball on impact as it hit the ground, while the crew members float down to the ground nearby. You can clearly see the debris from the damaged jets fly away from the jets. This debris is the black structure, not something circular or emitting light. The structures that are emitting light is something to watch closely. UFO entities can shapeshift from something as tiny as a speck to as massive as a stealth aircraft and other geometrical shapes. Amid all the flying debris, I could still spot the entity. Be curious about objects that emit light. These entities are aware of our limited visualization. We were designed that way. The sophisticated entities mimic familiar things very good, ensuring we don't notice their presence, and it worked. Now watch closely, and if you lose your place, just glance back at the original to see where you are. In this realm, pictures possess a unique and captivating quality. Many Native American Indians were wary of having their pictures taken and often refused. They believed that the process could steal a person's soul. Many cultures around the world share similar beliefs. Yes, we can now see inside the images within a picture. You just saw this picture in real time. Who would have thought you could see the active interior of a person in an image? Capturing moments and processes still running as they unfolded when the picture was taken. Absolutely incredible. Simply put, the activity you see occurred the instant the snapshot was taken and continues to run, faint and surface level. All the body's organs and bones are absent. Instead, what you see are machines. The brain and the heart activities are incredible, truly beyond explanation. This realm did not just show up yesterday. It has been around since the beginning. I went back 70 years and rendered a black and white photograph, and wow, the results were just like what you're seeing now. With that knowledge, continue to observe with greater clarity and mindful awareness. There was an eyewitness, Rich Rahill. He said that he was filming the two jets as they came close together. Rich said he was just filming and thought that the two jets were about to split apart, and when they did not, he kept filming. His video shows the aircraft seemingly making contact, spinning together as the crew ejected and deployed their parachutes. Rahill mentioned in a text that he left shortly after the crash to avoid getting in the way of emergency responders. Lately, many content creators have been asking, are we human? They're right to pose such a question. Based on facts, my view is that we are cyborg humans. Consider these perspectives and see if they resonate. Let's discuss the human being, yes, the species that we call ourselves. We are remarkable in our design, expertly crafted, and capable of self-replication. Realize this, we are not as we appear to be. In this emerging realm, X-ray vision is possible, allowing you to see inside of our bodies. Let me remind you that all man-made materials such as clothes eventually fade, break down, and even vanish, leaving only an outline of what was there. Now, within the outline you can observe what has always been hidden from our sight. This is our origin, and we are an engineered species completely unaware of this reality.
What do you think about that?
Continue observing what we are. Get ready to see the hidden realm that has long escaped our sight, known as the firmament. Yes, it's real and finally coming into view. Yet, many people still overlook the clearly emerging background images in the media content that we look at several times a day. Some images are vivid in color, and yet no one noticed. I've realized this limitation is intentional, and it's working. Focus on being curious about the bigger picture, not just specific subject areas. Pay attention to the background. You might spot your own discoveries or, even better, capture your own images. This realm is all around us, from the vast cosmos to the planets and everything in between. We consume some form of visual media every day, yet when images slip past our perception, we show no curiosity. No one with a voice spoke up, showing awareness, or even asks, "What was that?"
Did you see that?
China reported this sighting as a mirage. In October 2015, thousands of people in China witnessed a bizarre mirage of a floating city in the sky which they thought it to be. Get ready to experience similar sights 11 years after that remarkable event. The background images emerging from this view look like a city floating in the sky. Before learning about this documented incident that happened in China, I had already come across similar images in the sky that appeared to look like a huge manufacturing complex, all of which I documented. My initial thought was that I was looking at an industrial complex facility. So I went searching for trash cans along the neatly defined paths throughout the area. After all, they had to put the trash somewhere. But there was nothing familiar and, surprisingly, no trash cans anywhere. The areas were squeaky clean. Continue observing the two jets tumble out of space, or better yet, see space collapse and let your mind wander as you soak in the newfound awareness that is, everything that flies is connected to, or better yet, clamped onto a rod-like structure. You'll need to see this structure to grasp my logic. Keep watching and see for yourself. Also, don't look away. UFOs appear darting in and out of view. You may think that is debris from the crash. Watch the deliberate, strategic movement and consider whether debris might move with purpose. I don't think it does. Oh yeah, one more observation. The spacecrafts are unmanned, with machines inside operating the whole entity. Check out my content and step inside one of these spacecrafts. All I can say is beam me up, Scotty. Once you watch the presentation that is included in this documentary of a spacecraft's internal structure, you might just agree, beam me up, Scotty. The spacecraft that you will see transformed from a dot to the size of a stealth fighter jet, and you will see the stealth fighter jet transformation of this entity that was captured as I recorded the scenic view of the countryside while traveling. An area where there were vast stretches of farmland with homes scattered far and wide. Keep watching to find out what's inside one of these spacecrafts, and then check my video catalog descriptions to locate the video, or you might come across another interesting observation. Let's discuss the human being, yes, the species that we call ourselves. We are remarkable in our design, expertly crafted and capable of self-replication. Realize this, we are not as we appear to be. In this emerging realm, X-ray vision is possible, allowing you to see inside of our bodies. Let me remind you that all man-made materials such as clothes eventually fade, break down, and even vanish, leaving only an outline of what was there. Now, within the outline, you can observe what has always been hidden from our sight. This is our origin, and we are an engineered species completely unaware of this reality.
What do you think about that?
Continue observing what we are. Be captivated by the in real-time visualization of our thoughts. In addition to viewing the eyeball and socket, there is a magnificent structure that resembles an array of lights, accompanied by other indescribable machinery, all located in the eye and socket. Keep watching closely, as several perspectives will be shared that hint at the true origin of mankind, even if it remains unexplained. As you watch the background image of the firmament come into view, notice its depth. It expands infinitely, endlessly. Man-made materials dissipate, revealing an array of amazing machinery. Yes, machinery. Not only does the head contains machinery, but the entire physical frame. There's more to this picture than anyone can see with the naked eye. I tugged at a thread in nature, and what unraveled was truly amazing. As I approach my 70th birthday next month, I've had an overwhelming realization. I feel inspired, enthusiastic, and passionate about exploring this hidden realm that reveals who we are, along with other truths yet to be discovered. As you will see, none of the internal organs that should be in those areas of the head and body are recognizable. All machines and blank geometrical shaped objects. These blank shapes that are obvious in the torso are far from being empty. When our automatic functions kick in, an impressive range of fully operational machines pops up. So, don't overlook the torso. Focusing on the eyes, after noticing the array of lights surrounding the eye socket, I thought about the Akashic records and wondered, is this how every action we take from birth to death is known and recorded in the ether? What are your thoughts? I hope you found this first-hand observation informative and eye-opening. Take a moment to appreciate my dedication to delivering clear photography and exceptional video footage. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thinking about human memory. In this reality, realizing we were engineered, one might see it as a sophisticated search engine that fades over time if the stored information isn't recalled often. Was this intentional? I spent 9 years as an operating room technician before embarking on a 20-year IT career and photography in retirement. Blending those three paths ignited my curiosity. It's been an amazing journey, and it's fascinating how curiosity, combined with knowledge of human internal organs and an IT background, can lead to truly remarkable discoveries. Here are some scientific findings about the container we know as skin. The skin cells. It frames the body containing the essence of our lives. The pigment is what gives the skin its color. Individual skin cells are far too tiny to see without help. With a microscope and a bit of methylene blue solution, you can get a close-up view of your skin cells. Skin cells, when viewed under a microscope, are thought to resemble a flattened tetracahedron, a 14-sided 3D shape composed of 6 rectangles and 8 hexagons. Scientists have long known that the epidermis has a thick outer layer of dead cells that are constantly shedding. What's been less understood is a secondary barrier deeper in the epidermis, made up of just a single layer of cells, forming a much thinner but equally important line of defense. Scientists have studied how the cells in our skin can activate a mechanism that produces a kind of glue, holding the cells together and helping our skin stay strong and intact. Our skin is the largest organ in the body, and it's important to fully understand how it works. That way, when it's not functioning properly, like in cases of eczema or psoriasis, we can better grasp the mechanisms that might be causing the issues. View inside the human head in real time. Try to identify and focus on areas of the eye that you are familiar with. This eye-opening discovery can shape our growing understanding of what we are. In addition, exposing and revealing the technology that drives a better view not yet understood of the solar system, all while bringing us closer to fulfilling humanity's timeless curiosity about the cosmos, our existence, and understanding the many mysteries that we conclude as being anomalies. Remember, when airplanes seem to fall from the sky, it's not just them losing altitude. It is the sky itself collapsing. Yes, the sky actually collapsed in this realm that we are now realizing. Everything that takes to the air, we consider that motion flying, just like a bird flying. Now in this realm, there is a specific structure that enables this activity, and I have named that structure surface rods. Everything that flies is attached or clamped onto the rods. My observations have shown that in the case of a collapse, the rod structure is removed or not available. Check out my video collection showcasing recent helicopter, space shuttle, and airplane mishaps or crashes connected to this activities, and see what conclusions you come to. What an incredible discovery! Earlier, I mentioned that UFOs can shapeshift from something as small as a speck or a dot to as large as a stealth aircraft. Now, witness an image captured while traveling along a countryside road. I was amazed to capture this image and get a glimpse inside it. This entity follows me 24/7. The next presentation shows the two jets making contact. You may assume that what you see flying away after contact was debris. Not all of it is. With the footage slowed down, a clearer view of the events happening in the invisible realm can be watched as they happen. I call this realm the firmament. Sit back and absorb the images. They are breathtaking. What you believed you saw on major network broadcasts wasn't a full story of what happened. Notice the airplane wings distorting, crumpling like foil, or even disappearing completely. I have observed this happening in all of the catastrophic recent crashes. Now that you're aware of this, keep watching and pay attention to what you think is debris from the contact. Also, I have inserted images. This is supposed to be a seagull flying over the ocean at the beach. I caught the entity in transition, observe the so-called wing, get a view of the surface rod structure that surrounds any area, and I must emphasize any area, where flight is taking place. I have captured other passenger flights that went smoothly, and the only thing present in the firmament was the surface rod structure. With this awareness in mind, keep watching and follow the captions.